Everyone, good evening. My name is Richard, and welcome to tonight's workshop on smart contracts for front-end with Solange, who is representing RSK, and will, have host this very amazing workshops tonight, and which is part of the post-COVID hack experience. And we do have a lot of workshops every week to help you building dApps, writing smart contracts, teach you all kind of technical knowledge, as well as a few blockchain business related workshops. So yeah, one of my colleagues will later post in the channel a link to our upcoming workshops. But tonight we want to give Solange our full attention. And I'm really looking forward to what you are going to tell us tonight, Solange. So I'm in Singapore, that's why I'm saying tonight. I know you guys are all across the globe, so might be today or the morning. So let's get going. I hand it over to you, Solange.
Okay, so good morning, good afternoon, good night for everyone. Today it's a totally hands-on session, so I will be very glad, very happy if you code with me. I will teach you step by step. We can do a smart contract and a front end together. I think it will be so good. So prepare your computer. A bit about me. I am in São Paulo, Brazil. Now it's 9 a.m. I did computer science, pedagogy, and a master's degree in digital currencies. I am a developer for more than 20 years, and I love hackathons. Last year, I won awards in the hackathons of New York and Berlin, and this year, before it started the pandemic, I won an award in Denver. And here in Brazil, I am a bit no person. I am in the list of the top 50, the Cointelegraph Brazil. So this is the hands-on. So I put this link in the chat because this is the most important part for us. How the workshop will be here. And I will go out to the slides and put the chat for you. And we are in the pad. So is this pad.riseup.net /p/PCH 01. And I will ask you to write your name because this is a collaborative pad. Everyone can be here and can write and do everything. So I'm writing my name here, and you can write your name here too. And every person can write, can erase everything, so be careful. But this is the best way to work together. I did this kind of path with more than 100 students, so it's very useful. So perfect. Now we have the some persons, and we will start with the requirements. Our goal is to publish a smart contract in the testnet. So for this, we will start installing our web wallet. I have it installed, so I will remove mine. Remove. We have two web wallets that is very known in this ecosystem. One is MetaMask, another is Nifty. For now, we will install Nifty. So I will do it with you. Nifty is a web wallet. I will have my mnemonic and my money, my tokens in this wallet. So this is a Chrome extension. So I will go to Chrome, and you can go with me, and simply click in Add to Chrome. So we need to start to stay in the Chrome browser. Add extension. And in some seconds, I will have it installed. So it's installed. Perfect. If you have some problems with the installation, some questions, you can write in the chat. I'm seeing you. My share screen is here, and the chat is in the other monitor here, and I can see both in the same time. So I will go now in the extension. I will pin the extension to be easy, and start doing everything with you. So I will accept the terms of use and create a password. This password is not so important. If you forgot your password, it's not a problem. You can't forget your mnemonic. You will see later. Oh, I did a wrong password. Wow. Great. This is very important. So the mnemonic is the base for create your wallet. And usually you don't share this with anyone. I'm sharing with you now because we are together, we are doing this course together, but I will not put real funds in this wallet. I will use only for testnet purposes for now. So it's not a problem for me, but be careful with your mnemonic, okay? This is the most important part. You can download it, I will do it. And I'm copy it. So next. Here is my account. Now I need to change the network. Here in the left side above, I need to change it to RSK Testnet. So network RSK. And I forgot to say, here in the beginning of the pad, I have 2 tutorials, and I'm following these tutorials. The first, I was using MetaMask, and now I'm using another wallet. I'm using Nifty, but I'm using basically these tutorials. And if someone started later or is lost, you can follow it after. So I put the tutorials because they are very detailed with a lot of pictures. It's easy to do it. So we are in the testnet, but we don't have any funds. So the next step is go to the faucet and funding our wallet. So I put in the chat just now, in the pad, the address of the faucet. And I will go there. I have some problems with Zoom because it have a pop-up here. So I am in the testnet now, in the faucet of the testnet. Come here in your wallet, clicking the copy button of your address, and we do two things. First, pasting the faucet, resolve the CAPTCHA. I'm not good with CAPTCHA. And we will waiting 30 seconds is the time of one block in RSK. So when we talk about Ethereum, the block is in medium in 15 seconds. In Bitcoin, it's 10 minutes. And in RSK, we are talking about 30 seconds. And I will ask you another thing. Here, we can put our address. So I will put my name and my address, and I will ask you to do the same. I'm waiting, and we can have more persons do the same, because after we can interact with each other here. Great. This is a blank message because I'm going to everywhere, but I know that I have funds now. I can check it out here. Wow, I have 0.05 RBCs. It's testnet, but I'm very rich now. Next step, we need to have some requirements installed. But first, we will create our smart contract. I will change a part. So now we go to Remix. If you know a bit about smart contracts in Ethereum, Remix is a very new tool from Ethereum, and we use the same tool here in RSK. So this is the Remix. I will rename this because I use the same. In Remix, this is the home page. It's important when you go here in the home page, choose the Solidity environment. So choose Solidity. And I will put some information in the pads to help you. So choose Solidity, and now we'll create the smart contract. We go to the second button and the plus sign, and our smart contract is called register. Okay. So I have here the register.sol. I will increase my fonts to be better for you. And I will put the code source of the smart contract. This is a simple smart contract for now. So it's only this. You can copy and paste it in the Remix. I think I didn't copy it here. So what I have in this smart contract, this simple smart contract. In the first line, we always define the Solidity version that we are using. I'm using a bit old version. It's 0.504, 0.4. And I'm declaring my smart contract. It's called register. We have a private variable. It's a string, and his name is info. And we have only two functions. First function, it's set info, is to save some information in the variable info. And the other function, it's a view. It's only to show us what we have in the info variable. It's only this. Another important thing to know here, you can pay attention in the right below part, because we have a lot of information here in the feature, okay? And it's okay for you. Do you have any questions? Any person are doing the smart content? So you do more things now. Okay, to set Solidity as an environment, you go in the remix logo, and in the featured plugins, they changed the name a few weeks ago. It's environment, and you click in the Solidity. And when I do this, in the same time, it came to the 1, 2, 3, the third button. It's the Solidity Compiler. And I can check it here that I am in the version 0.5.4, and this version is defined in my smart content. Here is the same version. And when I am in this part in the Solidity Compiler, it's very useful for you if you set the out-compile. So you can set the out-compile. And the next step, it's compile the register. So compile register.sol. If you have the out-compile enabled, you don't need to compile again, but we can do it now. I put this information in the pad to help you too. So the explanations about the smart contract and how to compile the smart contract. And come back here. So I compile my smart contract. So the next step is deploy the smart contract. We are doing it in the testnet of RSK. So we go into the fourth button, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the deploy and run transactions. And we need to do a very important change here in the environment. JavaScript VM, its environment is like a blockchain in memory in the browser. But you connect the remix with our wallet. So we need to choose the injected Web3 to do it. And a very important thing that I don't mention before, you need to check it. I am in the remix in the HTTP version and not HTTPS. This is very important because when we create our front end, it will be a local front end for now. And if you are in the HTTPS, you are not able to connect with your front end. So pay attention that we are here, not here, okay? And come back. Here in deploy and run transactions, I choose the injected Web3. I can check it now that my account is the same account I have in the Nifty. So it started with 15D0E. 15D0E. 0.05 ethers is not ethers, it's RBCs, test RBCs. But remember that Remix it's a Ethereum tool, so for Remix it's Ether is no problem for us. And so I have fonts, I am connected in the right environment, and you can check it. The custom network too is the 31 network. Hi Sham, do you have any doubt? You can ask it, write in the chat. Perfect. You need to connect it here. Oh, very good. Is this? So the important is this. So we are ready to deploy our smart contract in the testnet. Check here. I have the contract register.sol selected. If I had 3 or 4 smart contracts in the same file, I need to choose which I will use now. Now it's the default because I have only one. So clicking the deploy button. Nifty, you pop up a window, and this window, it's saying for me that I'm using some gas to publish this smart contract. And the value is okay, the gas price is okay. The only I need to do is confirm it's authorized Nifty to do it. So I will click in the button submit. And here down below in the right side, I can check the creation of register pending. I will wait until appear a transaction here. But I can do another thing in this time. I can verify the Explorer of my account, for example. So I will go to Explorer in the testnet. I need to put this in the chat for you. Oh, I need to put all the instructions about the deploy first. So these are the instructions to deploy, okay? And now I'm going to the Explorer. And in the Explorer, I can see the transactions, the address. I'd like to see my address now. So I can go to the Nifty wallet again and clicking the copy button. And in the same time I'm here, I can see, sorry that I can't increase this font, but here I have the contract deployment already, so it's done. We'll check it in a few minutes. First, I'm coming to the Explorer. I will put my address here in the search field. And I can verify that the faucet sent for my account 0.05 BTCs and my address, my account, created a smart contract. And this is the gas used for this. And when I created a smart contract, the smart contract have your own address. And to interact with your address, with my address, we need to know the address of the smart contract and the ABI, the application binary interface. The next step, we go here in the path and you put the address of our smart contract. So register address. And I put my name and what is this? So I will come back to Remix and go to the left part down and check here the deployed contracts. I have my smart contract here and I have a button to copy my address. So clicking the copy button, copy value to clipboard, and I come back here and put the address of my smart contract here. I will ask you to do the same because in the end, I can interact with your smart contract. great. We have some smart contracts deployed, 4 more registered in the network. I think in this testnet, I have more than, I and my students, we have more than 100 registered in the testnet. But it's testnet, it's good. So come back to Remix. Here in the register, I have a sign in the left side, and I can expand my register. I have 2 buttons here. The get info is the function get info, and the set info is the function set info. But I'd like to do a question for you. Why the get info is blue and the set info is orange? Do you know why? Any guess? Any try? Anastasia, do you have a question? It's good here. Yes, perfect. Raimundi, sorry if I don't say your name correct. You need some guess to set info. It's okay. Get info, it's a view function. We don't spend gas to use it. And set info, it's a function that it's writing a transaction in the blockchain. And because of this, we need some gas to use the set info. Perfect, you are very good students. So I will try the get info now. Get info, I don't have any value for now. So I will put a value here. I will put first the RSK here. I write something here in the site and clicking the button set info. I have a new transactions. I need to authorize Nifty wallet again to use my account to spend this in my account. So I will click in the button submit. Again, I have a new transaction pending here. And this is pending, but the other transaction is done. So the call to register get info, it was a transaction locally because we don't spend gas. But a little above, I have the creation of register pending, and I have the constructor here, and we can see the details of the transaction, how much gas it was, what's the hash of the transaction. I can check the transactions in the Explorer and everything. I will minimize it again. And the set info is done. I have a new transaction here. I can check it in the wallet too. It's perfect. So if I come back to the get info, I have the RSK information saved here. And it's okay for you. Now, I will try to check the information in your smart contract. And you can do the same with mine. So I will go here. I will go to the Haiyan. I will check your smart contract now. So I copy the address of your smart contract. And because the smart contract is exactly the same, I hope so, I can put only the address here in the button add address. I will click in the button add to address. So I have another instance of the same smart contract. This instance is in the testnet too, but it's not mine. It's from Hanin. And Hanin put RSK here too. Wow. So I will change your information. I can interact with any smart contract in the network using the address and the API because the smart content is the same, the ABI is the same too. So I put the sol in your smart contract heading. Again, I'm authorizing, I'm submit the transaction and wait a bit. Do you have any questions? Someone was able to check another smart contract. Someone was able to check my smart contract. Did you try it? Here, done. You can check that I have a new transaction here. Oh, okay, Pablo, I will check it you after. And now I have setting full. Henning, can you check your smart contract and verify it's changed? I will check the hash now. Yes, it's saying hello. Perfect. Wow, very good. And Pablo, what you have in your smart contract? Oh, you have IOVlabs, great. So we have 4 persons here, 4 address of smart contract, and the first is mine, the others are from our students, and I was able to check all of them. You can do the same, and we are in the blockchain. We are in the different parts in the world, and you can interact with each other using the blockchain and our smart contracts. So the next step now, we need to build a front end to interact with this. We need to check some requirements. I will come back to the requirements now. At least 2 requirements. First, we need to have Node.js and a code editor. Okay? This is part. I will continue. I will create a new directory, a new folder in my in the terminal now. So I'm opening the terminal. This is a terminal. It needs to be increase this. I think it's better now for you. And I'd like to go to another place. So wait a minute, because I usually have a lot of registered here. So I will do here in the RSK folder. I will create a folder called register. So in the terminal, I will do this. First, create the register, and now I'm going to the register. And I have another here that's perfect. The next step is initialize this directory, this folder, to use npm. So this is the command. And we need to install some parts. This installation part, it's takes some time. So in my example, I created the folder in the RSK, And this is the final location of my project. We need to install the Express. So this is the Express. What's the Express? So the Express, it's a minimalist HTTP server. We use this to create and to have a HTTP server where our front end will be showing, will be built. Okay. The next installation take a bit more time because this is the Web3. You can do the same. So I first install the Express and now I'm installing the Web3. The Web3, this is a library, a JavaScript library, and they help us to develop the websites or clients that interact with the blockchain. So this code, we have code to writing, and we can read and write data from the blockchain with the smart contracts. We can interact with the smart contracts using this library, this web3.js and JavaScript. Our front end, we have only 2 files, and one of them is a JavaScript file. This installation, it's a bit longer than the other. And I can verify now how is my account in the Explorer. I have the content created, I changed the 2 smart contracts. It's good. And it's done. The Web3 module is installed too. So now I'm going to the Visual Studio Code. Any question is good for you guys? Are you follow? I can verify here that the packaged JSON, it's here. I have installed in the dependencies the Express and the Web3. And I will create the smart content. So thank you for answer. I really like to interact with the students. It's very good. So I will send to you our front end. The next step, so we have only 2 files. This is the 2 files, the index.html and the index.js. So in the Visual Code, in our folder, I will create a file named index.html. So I'm go here in the new file, index.html. And I come back here. I put the content for you in the GitHub. This is the raw file, it's very easy. So here I will do a Ctrl-A, Ctrl-C. And I will go to the Visual Code, Ctrl-V, Ctrl-S to save. And this is the front end. What I have here, in the heads, the title, it's okay. But I have a part to set information. So it's a form. And when I click in the button in the form, I will go to a JavaScript function. It's called register set info. It will be a button. The name, we are seeing the name set only. And we have another part. It's to get the last information saved. So I have a new button, and this button, it's called get. And when I clicking the button, I will go to the register get info. It's only this. We go to the second file. The second file is the index.js. So I need to send you for you now. Close and here. This is the index.js. I need to create. So new file, create, and go here. And it's the same. Ctrl A to select, Ctrl C to copy, Ctrl V to paste, Ctrl S to save. And you can verify here. In the beginning, this part is the connect with the Web3 provider. Oh, I forgot to say that in the beginning of the index.html, I'm loading some scripts, jQuery, and here I'm loading the web3.min.js. This is important. And this is the index.js that we created just now. So I come back here. Here I'm doing the connection with the provider, okay? We have a provider, so I'm doing the connection with the Web3 provider that was injected. And after this, the second part, this is a very important part. Go to the line 25. We need to put here the address of our smart contract. So I will come back to our pad. And here is the address of my smart contract. I will copy it again and come back to the index.js line 25 and paste here. Do you remember that I said that the ABI is the same? In the ABI, I have only the public functions or public variables. We don't have public variables here, only public functions. So the ABI will show this for us. Don't forget to save your file after update your contract address, okay? And here I am an instance of my smart contract with the ABI and the contract address. The next step is to get the accounts that are in the Web3 injected provider. Here I will pick up the active account, is the first account, account 0. And I have only two functions. Do you remember that we are calling these functions in the HTML below? So I have the register set info that it's going to the contract, to the smart contract, to the methods set info. I'm calling this method and pass the information, new info, like a parameter. And after I have this register get info, I'm doing the same, but it's not a send transaction. I'm doing a call because I'm not changing nothing in the blockchain. I'm only asking for an information, okay? And it is done, but we need to have one more thing. We need to have to configure the HTML server. Before this, I put in our, sorry, you go here, and I'd like to go here. Don't forget to update the index.js. Line 25. For now. Okay? So the last file is the HTML server. So I'm going to here I will go to create a file named server.js. Come back here, server.js, and copy the file. Whoop. This is only configuring in the web server. I'm saying that I'm using the port 3300, basically. Okay? And we run the server now. We are in the next step, the last step. So to run the server, I need to run the node server.js in the terminal. And after it, I will go to this address. I will put in the beginning. And this is our front end. And I can get, wow, thank you so much. So, obrigado, it's thank you in Portuguese. So thank you who put it here. And I will change the information again for post-COVID hack. And look now. Again, Nifty pop up a window, and I need to authorize these transactions in the same way I was doing with Remix, because we are using the Web3 injected. So it's the same. We are in the browser. We are using the same thing. So submit. And it's useful here if you have some problems. Go to the right button, inspect, and go to the console. I usually put some messages here. I have a message from MetaMask, but we are not using MetaMask. But here I have the account. It's my account. The info obrigado. And I will click in the get button again. The info obrigado. We need to wait a bit to change the information. I think we are waiting to mine. This is taking more time in this time, but it's not a problem. Oh, it's done. So get post-COVID hack. I have it here too. So with this, I can do the same in another smart contract. I would like to use the smart contract from Pablo now. The only thing I need to do is come to the index.js and change the contact address. I'd like to save mine. So I will comment my line and put the other. Perfect. And I come back to my front end, refresh the page, and we have the IOVlabs in Pablo Smart Contracts. So with this, do you have any doubt? Yes, great question, Sham. Index.js was automatically detecting Nifty wallet because of this window.ethereum. Because in the browser, this is looking for this. We have this in the browser because the Nifty, it's a wallet injected in the browser. So in the browser, I have the window.ethereum. and this is configured. So because of this, I have the window.3 enable, and it's easy to do. Yes, it's an extension like MetaMask, it's the same. Sometimes I use MetaMask. Like the tutorials here that I share with you. This I'm using MetaMask. The difference that Nifty have the RSK testnet configured is done. I don't need to do nothing. And MetaMask, I need to do this configuration in this part here. I need to configure the testnet in the custom network in MetaMask. Yes, Nifty is from POA network. POA, it's a side chain from Ethereum. I really like them too because they do the XDAI, and XDAI, we have another version of XDAI. It's used in the hackathons like HTDenver, and it's a beautiful experience in HTDenver that you pay every food truck with the token of the event. The Buffy coin is in the POA network. It's a very interesting case and very fast. I like it too. So I share with you in the beginning, we have this article. We have the same using Remix and MetaMask. Now I use Nifty. And the second article is the second part. So here's I'm using another smart contract, but it's the same. And in this, I created the first smart contract in the same way I did it now. Demi, do you remember what you do or what is not working now? Can you write for us? And I put one more thing for you that can be useful. It's not only for RSK, but here I have this register with 90 different versions of frontend, and I have two. I have this, and I have another that I'm using with RSK. I put all of this in the beginning, okay? You can use this to help you to build your front end. This is the same using connected and configured for RSK networks. And the other is for Ethereum networks. It can help you a lot. You can't get in the browser. So what do you have some error here in the console, Demi? Raymond, when we're talking about testnet, RSK testnet or Linkb are testnets. It's almost the same. But when we are talking about mainnet, now the gas costs in RSK, it's so low when you compare with Ethereum. And this is the big difference. I have a lot of new contacts, people who are looking for me to ask how to migrate the smart contracts that they have in Ethereum to RSK because the gas problems. I will share with you an interesting thing. This is the RSK gas station. Now, to do a simple transaction in Ethereum, this is a transfer between tokens, you will spend 45 cents of dollar. And to do the same in the RSK, in mainnet live, you will spend 1.27 cents of dollars. So the difference now, it's 30,000%. It's a lot. A few weeks ago, this difference was 15,000%. So it's now Ethereum have problems with the gas price, and you can check the last days. Look here, $2 to do a transaction in Ethereum, and RSK 1.34 cents of dollar. So this is the most difference. And another thing that I like so much when I started to work in RSK, it's because RSK is based in Bitcoin. And the hash power of Bitcoin, it's greater than Ethereum. So we have more security using RSK than Ethereum. It's another point that I like so much. So is this, Demi, if you'd like to send a message for me, I can help you after. I put my contacts here too, and another contacts. I can help you. Yes, I am a mentor. I am in the Slack. You can find it very easy. And we are in the questions part. I show the tutorials. And to learn more, we have all of this in RSK. I put in the beginning here in the chat. And here too. One important about the pad. The pad, it will be here for some weeks, some months. If I remember correctly, it will be for 3 months. So I recommended you to copy this and keep it with you, because in some moment it will be erased or some person can write something wrong. So it's used to copy for you. And this is my contact. I have a blog. I am a developer, so I write for developers. I think I have only one article in English. My blog is most part in Portuguese. Feel free to connect me in the LinkedIn too, or find me everywhere. This is the QR code of my LinkedIn. And I am a mentor. I am in the Slack, and I can help you if you like it. It will be a pleasure for me. So it's this. Thank you so much, guys, to be here. Yes, Richard, I'm trying to do it. Yes.
Great. Thank you so much, Solange. Really, really great presentation. It was really, really helpful, and I think it was really easy. So I took something away, and my technical knowledge is probably not at par with most of the guys that joined today. So it was very helpful, and we all learned a lot. So really glad to have had you tonight, today. And yeah, looking forward to maybe do a few more sessions with you in the future, right? Maybe not a part of this hackathons, but maybe of some of the next ones we are doing. And yeah, to everyone, thank you so much for joining us today. And you'll be able to get in touch with Solange. She's one of our mentors as part of the post-COVID hack. So, you know, just reach out to me in case you can't find her on Slack. So happy to connect you to her. And I think, you know, she she's great to be there, right? In case you have any technical questions, especially, right, what we saw today. So yeah, with that said, closing the session today, right? Like me and my colleagues be reaching out to you in the coming weeks, seeing what kind of use cases you're working on and where you are, and then hopefully we can see some early submissions for post-COVID hack soon, so we can obviously guide you towards what is expected, and then hopefully a few of you here today will become winners of our awesome prizes, right? There's some really awesome prizes, especially for our socioeconomic inclusion track, right? Including like the main prize, which is I think half a Bitcoin. All right, thank you everyone. Really appreciate having you. And then thank you, Solange. Have a nice start in the rest of the day. It's still early for you. And then goodbye.
Yes, bye.
Bye-bye.